a man eater.
That was kind of good, actually. Oh, well, this is awkward. Hey guys, welcome back to Upstairs Neighbors. We are your two neighbors who live upstairs.
Hi guys.
And we're back with episode 2 of the pod, man. We're feeling very happy, very grateful to be here. We're feeling very elated.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, 25-cent word. 25-cent.
Hi, vocab.
Okay. So what's up, guys? How are you?
I feel good. I feel good. Not
Happy to be
flex
here.
or anything, but like that's
Please
what
flex.
That's what I'm drinking out of.
The Toad Cup. She got the Toad Cup today, y'all.
Like
the green Toad
literally
Cup.
The green 1-Up
Wow.
from Mario. For
The
my
big
birthday,
1-Up, bro. Thank you.
For my birthday, I went to Universal, and so my favorite movie theater to go to in Los Angeles as an AMC A-list Stubbs member.
Oh my God, foreshadowing.
And every time I walk through that hoe, you're pretty much just walking. It's like the downtown Disney of like Universal.
Mhm.
And every time you're walking through that hoe, you'll see these kids who literally have Princess Beach hat,
Chitrin, literally like
children,
star purse,
yeah,
like, okay,
everything.
like,
And I'm
what?
like, okay, I'm about to literally commit a felony and BLM loot your shit. Like,
well, sorry.
So anyways, for my birthday, finally, my best friend Sav took me to Universal, and like, I don't like Universal's rides, but one thing about them, they finna do merch.
Well, because the merch is gonna give every time.
Yeah.
That's kind of all they have. Because, I mean, not to be a Universal hater, and we love Universal, and I also am a City Walk goer. Like, that's our home theater. I'm like, girl, the 4D ride is so out, girl. Like, honestly, when Oculus dropped, like, Universal should have literally closed the doors
Yeah.
and started from scratch.
Yeah, because I'm just like, it's a lot. Like, if you get motion sickness like me,
It's a wrap, girl.
prepare yourself.
It's a wrap. Like,
Prepare
there's nothing to be
sick.
prepared about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's
Prepare
nothing to be prepared
sick,
for, girl.
period.
And it's just crazy.
So anyways, we went, and I like looted. Like, I literally
Looted
bought
and booted.
so much. I bought
Thank
the
you.
cup, I bought a
You
toad
got a
hat.
yeah.
Oh, I should wear that. Hold on.
You can get the
Cut.
hat. Go get the hat, girl. And this is giving like very 2001 Disney Channel like reveal. You know what I'm saying? Like. Well,
Thank you.
and that's Toad to y'all.
So hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not to double flex, but
We have to flex at least twice.
at least twice, because
What else did you buy the hat for?
I'm so sorry, but these badass little kids were getting this merch, and every time I was going to City Walk, I was like, please,
let me get hat.
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what if I give you a lollipop? Like, what would happen?
Look over there. Oh my God, look over there. That's crazy. Yeah, and that's real.
So anyways, this is how I'll
Introduction.
be this whole entire episode.
To the Toad Hat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Introducing the Toad Hat. She will probably be here more than one episode if we're being so for real, but
yeah,
you know.
milady.
We'll see what's going on. Me, I'm like fit check. I'm not wearing a hat, but I am repping my boys. Brockhampton, thanks to Dom. This is Dom's hoodie.
Call your mama.
I iconically take Dom's hoodies, wear them. Probably the equivalent of what a boyfriend should. Like, honestly, at this point, I should take you out on a nice date, seriously. But full fit by Dom, you know, Coachella pants, Brockhampton shirt. Brockhampton, call your mama. Best boy band since One Direction. But anyways, hey guys, welcome to the pod. We are here, and today we're going to talk to you guys about movies because we're film buffs. I mean, we're not film buffs. Well, maybe we're film buffs. But what we really are is AMC A-listers.
We're AMC A-listers, and one thing about us is if there's Neon, A24, Indie
Sleaze,
Indie sleaze, like we're gonna
be sad.
We're gonna be sad
I
for
really
a
don't
movie.
know. Yeah,
and if
so
there's someone with a necklace on in the movie,
necklace energy. Like, honestly, you didn't even have the necklace on, but I'm like, but I know you got a necklace at home. You know what I'm saying?
If you got mullet IRL, we're gonna be sad for you. Or if
Well-
you have mullet in the film.
Right. And to be fair, it's giving like for the girlies that aren't AMC. And honestly, at this point, AMC, if you're listening, like you need to cut me a check because I've honestly put half of Los Angeles on AMC. Well, I'm from Dom's lineage, obviously, but like it's an MLM. Like, as we know, with inflation, like a movie ticket out here is a cool $18.
Yeah.
So instead of that, what you could do is become an AMC A-lister, $25 a month, 3 movies a week. Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
You literally just have to watch literally 1.5 movie. You could get up halfway through the second movie and still make your money. And this is not an ad.
Just like the cheapest way to hang out with your friends.
So, and that's why it's an MLM, because all of my friends have AMC stuff is because they even have Entourage. Sometimes we literally will just be like, she might want to see it, and we'll just send her a ticket.
Yeah.
And you can cancel it if you want, girl.
That's it. Light work, no reaction.
Bro, and no ad for real, but AMC, I'm just saying, you honestly owe us a check at this point, because
like, I kind of feel like I want to watch a movie after this.
like, then that's real. I'm like,
well,
and anyways, we're like, anyways, guys. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about some of our favorite films from the last year. Dom, warning, you're going to have to pull up your AMC to see your like history, because girl, mine cuts off I had AMC the first half of the year, credit card declined, and I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. I'll be back. So I only have the history of the last 2 months.
Okay.
So there's that. So we're going to have to look on your phone. Also, in the theme of AMC, we have an AMC situation happening here. Yeah, we have a little shrine going.
Jacob Elordi's bathwater.
Thank you.
And it smells like Jacob Elordi's bathwater.
Alleged.
And Man-Eater, the Andrew Barth Feldman version.
If you've seen No Hard Feelings, you know why I ate with his birthday gift, but I fear it's kind of an inside joke because it's going to do it every time. And on top of that, I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry, this is iconic. Man-Eater, if you haven't listened, stream it on Spotify.
I'm like, zoom into
No, I'm like, scan the code on our screen and listen to this by Andrew. Andrew, if you're listening, you ate down on this, like severely. Like, thank you for your service. And of course,
also, you know what that movie was? Representation for girls who like quirked up boys.
Like little like sticking to the wall, like perks of being a wall. I was like, and you come here, like peel yourself off the wall.
Peel yourself
and
off
sing
the
Man-Eater.
wall and come here and sit on my lap.
And I knew like when he sat down to sing Man-Eater, and half the theater was like, and the other half, me. And you were
and
like
me, because I was like, now this is my neck of the woods.
No, I'm like, so he finna sing for it? Like, that's crazy.
He finna sing for it, because one thing about me is I've learned to love like these awkward awkward, bawkward, freaking like everyone else is like curling their toes like, please, man, please. And I'm like, oh.
I mean,
and I literally be looking at him like, that's my king.
And in the movie, he's like, yeah, I like learned this because you said you liked it. Oh my God.
And
that's
see,
so cute.
And here's the other thing.
That's so cute.
On the last episode, we hit on Maya's type quick hot second. And we want to hit on my type.
With the 1-2.
With the 1-2, my guys be rolling in their shit like, you mentioned once when you were 12 years old that, in fact, you were interested in XYZ.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here. For example, one guy who I went on a date with, I literally posted, like, when we had first met, and I just let him follow me on Instagram, I literally posted that I wanted to go to this restaurant, Safi's. Like, I literally had it up for 6 hours. I think I, like, deleted it.
Thank you.
That's it. Like, they didn't even like it, interact, nothing. And, like, months later, we go on a date, and they're like, hey, I got us a reservation at Safi's. Shut up. It's just
and that's really like the catch-22 of my type is I'm like they be like I'll be like, hey, I really feel like eating at Squirrel, and they're like, shut up. Okay, we're going here. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, literally, I'm like, my type be like even for my birthday, I be getting like custom gifts.
Thank you. My type in theory. Nobody's like actually done that to me, but like in theory, if we want to talk about the bad things, it's like if you've been bad your whole life, I don't expect respect from you. Let's be real. I don't expect it. I am pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
But the baddies who like just turned bad like 2 years ago, or you grew up ugly, you got bullied when you were younger.
That
like
pipeline.
The like empathy to now you've grown into your face and you're also a beautiful person pipeline.
Thank
Guys,
you.
let me know. But no, your type be literally like, milady. I'm like,
I know.
okay, well, what about Milady's friend? Like, I'm like, so Safi's for 2 or for 3? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, literally, one of my friends got me a stuffed Sunny Angel, like a stuffed animal Sunny Angel that is literally not even sold on the website.
She said friends.
Well, because
Well, we're not going to be honest with our listeners. Okay, yeah.
okay, someone who we talked and then we became friends and now we exist. I don't know.
That's like the 2024, like, and now we're just like, we just are.
And now we just
just are.
Whatever. F y'all.
Oh, y'all. And when my name says y'all, I'm like, oh shit. Wow.
Well, hold on.
Because, girl, I'm like, because Joe
anyways.
Schmo's not getting you the custom Sunny Angel, girl.
No, Joe Schmo's not. No, Joe Schmo ain't.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you, my friend. Well, I mean, yeah, your friend would do that. That's real. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm projecting on the pod.
Anyways, he got me this stuffed Sunny Angel, and I went on the website to just like be like, oh, like what other ones do they have? And they're like, oh yeah, they're gone. Like they're sold out. They don't even sell them in America. They sell them on like in Asia. So I was like, how'd you get this? And they're like, and I was like,
They drove there.
and I was like, do you want kiss?
Do you want kiss?
Do you want? Well, actually, that's about all I can offer you.
Well, I'm like, boo. No, and guys, I mean, listen. Like,
I know. I'm like, do you want?
Do you want walkie slush? Like, like I don't know. No, and that's real as fuck. You guys, you know what? Okay. All we're saying is there was representation in this film. Okay, so shout out to Andrew Feldman, who, I mean, in the film, I mean, he was young. We get that point does not betroth. What?
No.
I was just making up words. That point does not miss us. Like we're saying a hypothetical in theory, kind of like the softness energy.
Yeah, like the sweet, soft, caring.
He was 18 in the film, though, right?
Probably.
He was definitely legal in the film, but still, all I'm saying is we're not talking about that one specifically. But all I'm saying is if a man literally was like,
in theory,
if a man literally was like, I learned man eater on the, I almost said on the potato. If a guy was like, I learned man eater on the piano and I'm gonna play it for you right now at Olive Garden, I'd be like, okay, so what now? What? But that is to say, though, every time a man is literally like, I'm like this, and every time a man, I haven't gotten a live song yet, but
Yeah,
I do live in La La Land. And one thing about La La Land is if you have a single, I've heard it. Because these people who are usually men will literally be like, okay, well, now that we're sat at our reservation at Safi's, like, do you want to hear my new track? And I'm like, well, what am I going to say no?
Yeah, the amount of times you could just get cornered so easily. Like, hey, I'm releasing a song.
Cornered.
You're like, they're literally driving you to whatever location. And they're literally like, hey, hear my new song. And I'm like, oh my God, I loves it.
Which, because every time you have to be like,
you like have to add to your Spotify liked, Spotify pre-saved, like.
Dude, oh my God, I don't even know if I want to say this on the pod, but I'll say it like this. I met a person one time who like came in, just met him just then. Like we were at the store, like whatever. He's like talking to me all this shit, whatever, da, da, da. And he's like, yeah, you know, like I think you'd really like this song. I'm like, all right, cool. Like send it to me. Like I'd like, at that point, I'd like sent him all this music. It was just like a whole thing. Long story short, he was like, let me send you the song. He sends me a song. It's his song. And I'm like, okay. And so now we're sitting there and my friend's like, should we play it? And I was like, no, because I don't want to play it out loud. And okay. And also let me just say the hustle and I can't even imagine the hustle of like music artists, like people trying to make it in music. If I'm being for real, like if you want to talk about a saturated market, mama music, like I'm shook to my core. Yeah. But I'm just like, perhaps it's also that specifically men, specifically in a romantic angle, like y'all aren't asking us what kind of music we listen to. Maybe we just don't listen to fucking art. Like maybe we don't listen to country. Maybe we don't listen to R&B. Maybe we don't listen to like Hobo Johnson, like poetics. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's just not for us. Yeah. But one thing they go and do is try.
They're going to try.
And they're going to play it out loud.
With their chest.
In front of you.
All like for everyone to hear, like big subwoofer.
Because I'm like, for me in my house, and I'll let you speak like on what your vibe would be, but I'm just like, for me in my house, like if a guy who made music knew me, if you made like a like a punk rock track, or if you had like a garage like rock track, or if you even had like, honestly, if you had like a slapping like dark wave, like any, like if you just knew my music taste and you're like, hey, let me play you this, and it sounded like, I don't know, like This Cold Night, or it sounded like fucking All Time Low, like I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, you're
work.
like, okay, rock on.
Why am I listening to Luke Bryan right now? Like, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just heavy on missing the mark. I feel like that's the thing. Like, girls curate to what like you would think a guy would like to listen to. Guys curate to what they would like to listen to. I'll just leave that math there.
That's real.
But
Anyway,
yeah,
tangent.
But I mean, honestly, yeah, we've just been in so many situations in Los Angeles where we've just seen how, what is the word I'm looking for? What's that term?
Give me
evolution.
more.
We've seen how evolution has taken place before our eyes. Because this photo,
mama,
this photo,
and yeah.
The story behind this photo that sits in this frame.
Yeah. It. I'm like, it tells a tale of sweet Nutella. Like, I'm like, let's just set the scene. Let's really set the scene. Like, it gives evolution whether. Oh my God, and I don't even know where to start with this story. From my perspective, this story starts as follows. I was going with Dom to an event that she was doing for work and like slay, and you know, she got to pull up, pop out, like hit the boulevard real quick. A lot of times when you're like, yeah, let's run it, I'm like, let's run it, like it's gonna be fun, like it's gonna be, you know what I mean, like.
And it typically, for the most part, the ones we've been to together,
yeah, they're chill. I mean, the influencer events, like, they're cute and fun. And I think you also like curate, like you only really go to the ones that like you're gonna vibe with, like people that are like chill, and it's like, so it's not everything, but like the ones that we've been to have been like super slayed, you know, I'm the +1, like come on, but it's just giving like, it's cute, it's fun, like it's chill.
And this one specifically was like work related as well. So I was like working with this brand, and this was an event that we were going
that they were
to.
throwing. Yeah. So all I'm saying is I get in the car and I'm expecting, okay, pull up drinks, you know, maybe like they give you a free purse or something, or like a free toad hat. You know what I'm saying? Like a little whatever. I get in the car. We show up,
and it's for a dating app. And I've used this dating app. I've met slayed people on this dating app. So I am actually a huge fan of this dating app. We pull up to this event. We go, but I have no expectations. I'm honestly there to just like create content and like hang out, probably meet some of the people who like work with the app. But like I'm there with like my business hat on, not really like my party hat on. But I got an eye out for Selena. Just
you always have to keep an eye out for Selena.
Any room you walk into, any street you're stepping on in Los Angeles,
in this city,
you have your eye out,
girl.
You have your eye out.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we pull up and we get there, and this specific venue too, it's a rooftop. So right off the gate, we're just like, what the hell's happening? Because they're like, what's your name? Single file. Put on this name tag with your name, and there's stickers, what you identify as, what you're into. Are you poly? Are you poly E&M?
And like identify as not being like your pronouns, like not that.
I mean,
identify
you can add
as
your pronouns.
Well, yeah, on your name tag. But what I'm saying is like identify as not just like chill, like, oh, are you like she, her, they, them, like what's your T? No, it was giving identify like, are you a lover?
BDSM? Yeah. Are you looking for lover? Are you looking for
looking for friends? And we were like, okay, weird.
Yeah. Like, and I was just like, and you know what? Not even weird, because I appreciate the like straightforwardness. Gen Z though.
Well, okay, backspace. They had just, well, and to my knowledge, and I think we were both surprised, so I don't really know what the email was looking like, but like to my knowledge, like it was just giving like a little key and a coup. Like it was just giving like pull up,
it was just
like
giving
what's
like okay. For context, a typical influencer event runs like this for the people who may have like never been to one. And I also didn't know this event was open to the public, which it was. And I think that's amazing. Like I'm all for public events because we need more of that. Free public events. Anyways, but influence events, typically you like pull up, you go, you might have like some mutual friends that are there. You might also, meet with people at the brand. You meet other content creators, make friends, maybe take some content, and walk away with, like you were saying,
and like
some
it's just,
PR,
like,
some something.
Exactly, because it's obviously giving, like, the brand wants you to come, like, have a good time, like, meet people, and then they, like, give you some of their products.
Yeah.
Like, it's very, like, chill, but essentially the expectation just being you just show up and you have a little fun,
and have
hang
a little
out,
fun, maybe
and go
network a
home.
little bit and go home. And this event, I was kind of thinking was going to be along the same lines of that in some regard. Like, that's just what I was thinking.
I mean, they basically just said pull up and key, like, come hang out. We're like, work, okay.
So with this event, when they're like, label what you want, label what you like, I'm like, I haven't even sat down with myself and like thought about like.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we also in that moment, I think, realized that this was a dating event.
Yeah,
which
like
we did not know.
Did not realize that it was giving like low key like
it was speed dating. Yeah,
it was giving like a mixer, like single mixers event. So we're just like, oh shit, like. I literally came, well, and praise God, I came dressed and like covered up head to toe, like thick sweater, pants, long socks, loafers. Like I was dressed pro.
To key.
Because I was like, this is an event and I'm just, like,
we thought we were just going to go hang out.
And even if this was that kind of event for this event, I would have been dressed as so. Because
real.
I'm not trying to do all that.
And it's just like, it was just really the simple and quick and swift gag that not only were we there, I mean, it's one thing to even just be like expected to be social. Like, it's just like one thing in and of itself just to show up and be like, okay, I got to like hang out with people, got to like meet people, like whatever, like, it's work. And I love coming along. It's like always fun when it's us because it's a key and a coup, you know what I'm saying? But then...
It was crazy. This is crazy because then we're on the first level and I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, there's not that many people. Like, this is chill. And then they're like, no, the event's upstairs on the rooftop, which the roofop's huge. So we go upstairs to the rooftop, packed, shoulder to shoulder, people. And have you ever seen like National Geographic when like a gazelle like enters the field and there's like lions like surrounding and like they're just circling the gazelle? Maya and I go up this elevator and we are literally getting clocked left and right. And I'm usually the person who's naive and like, no, they're not looking at me. They're like blah, 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 blah. I literally was like, we were like the freshest piece of meat in the African safari to these lions.
And we literally, and to be fair, we got there like early. Like we got there like on time. So it was just a bunch of like dudes like just like sitting around like waiting
for like bitches. Like, like waiting for the hose. Like waiting for the hose. It was scary. It was scary because I'm sitting there like, oh fuck. So like I walk in and literally the first thing like the photographer has me do is like take some photos next to the sign. So I'm like, they're taking photos of me, whatever. There's this guy. This is just to show you like the insanity of like how desperado like these motherfuckers were. I'm like standing next to this sign and the photographer is taking photos of me. There's this guy with his phone out, just like filming me and like taking photos of me. And I'm thinking
like so like brazenly that like I thought he must have worked there.
I fully thought he was on the social media team.
No, because he was standing right next to the photographer, like phone out, like taking photos. So I was like, oh, this must be like the director or something.
Like this is a social media intern, like whatever. I don't know. So I like exit, like, they're done taking photos. And I'm like walking up back to Maya. And the guy stops me and he's like, oh, look at these photos of you. And they're like 2-bit on this Android phone. And I'm like, oh, hell no. First off,
he literally just took like 3 photos from the side, bro. Like
he just was taking photos of me to take photos of me and then came up to me and was like, look at these photos I took of you. And I was like, what? You're fired. You're fucking fired. Because these are the worst photos of myself I've ever seen in my whole entire fucking life. B, this is fucking creepy. C,
no, so scary, bro.
C, this is fucking creepy. Anyways, that was like the vibration of this. Like, it was just giving.
And to be fair to like the whole gag here is that we weren't prepared for this. Like
that's like the whole tea, because I'm not shading these people who are like coming out and like putting themselves out there, because it's already so hard to put yourself out there. Seriously, so I'm like not even like throwing fucking shade.
And it honestly, like, it made sense. Like, if you were somebody who's like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to like meet people, like if you would have went, it would have worked out perfectly for you, because everybody was just like work. It was just the gag of us like, oh, we're just gonna go like hang out and like key with some girls, like da da da. No, you're gonna go get sold and bought and bartered. Like, it was literally like genuinely scary
to the highest bidder.
Scary.
And I just didn't have that hat on. I wasn't prepared
at all.
to like literally be perceived in the craziest way possible.
Most like
in the most like blatant. I'm being perceived. I'm being like literally
like grab you by your fucking like hoodie. Like, are you lover or friend? I'm like, I don't know.
And
I don't know.
I'm literally like, and I'm like, I'm working.
It was dude. And then.
So like throughout the night, Maya and I are like wrapped around each other, because
I'm like, this is my girlfriend.
I'm like, this is my girlfriend. Like, we were
play.
gonna start making out on the couch, because I'm like, no one else can come up to us, because like this is like inappropriate, because like this is like too much. Like, I literally can't handle this. Like, I am Gen Z, in fact. In
fact, girl.
And so like there was like this other, like this guy and this like couple, were they were friends or something, and they like came up to me, remember?
Yeah.
And I was just like chilling, and they were just, Maya and I are talking, and we can feel them staring at us.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we're gonna talk about the weather.
Bruno, like, what's up?
How's your mom?
Yeah.
How's your dad? How's your grandma?
Literally.
How's like your siblings you don't have? Like, because I'm like, as soon as I give them 1 ounce, like if I even look in their direction, they're literally gonna start talking. This guy like starts talking, and they're like, oh, like you don't have a sticker like saying what you're looking for, and I'm like, bro, like I like stop, and I was just like, oh, I'm like working, like we're working, and he was just like, oh well, and I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to be low key, and he's like, you can never be low key if you wanted to, and I was like,
and that's really sweet of you. Okay, that's really sweet. No, like it was genuinely giving like.
It was just
and I felt bad because their vibe was giving very nervous, and I just hated to be like, guys, like we're on the clock. Like,
yeah,
I'm
we're
so
on
sorry.
The clock,
like,
and we're the wrong girls. We're the wrong girls, because
I fear
your missing necklace.
But
because Archie is every person that we saw at that event who we were like, hold on, we actually could offer you a slot in our like dating pool.
Like, I'm like, it's outside of office hours, but like if you just want to come in real quick, like just talk about it.
We could fit you in for like a quick little speed run. They had girlfriend Polly E&M.
Polly, alleged
Polly.
Also
Polly
on the clock.
Pocket.
Also on the clock, because the real tea too was like. And again, none of this is any shade. Like, we live, we laugh, we love. From our perspective, it was giving like, good Lord. Yeah, no, I'm like, if I was prepared, like, and if I brought like homies, like, it would have been super cute. But like, the realty is, so they gave all of us that were there for like, you know, content creation and like work and stuff, like little wristbands. And every like, cut, like every bitch that I was like, you're cute,
bad,
you're cute. Had
wristband.
Girl, fucking necklace had wristband.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, so they hired literally the baddest heifers to come up in here and pretend that you're open.
Type shit. And I literally was like, and it's so funny because like literally the guys who were like not looking, didn't care, there for work too, like whatever. I was like, okay, hold on. I'm like, hold on.
Well, because it was obvious that they like had hired a bunch of like who I'm perceiving to be. And I don't think I'd be wrong, but like they were hiring a bunch of Gen Z bitches.
The age was kind of just very all over the place, like, which I honestly appreciate too.
Yeah.
And obviously we met really nice people too.
Yeah, honestly, we met some like really cool people.
Yeah, and like some of your friends were even there.
Oh my gosh, and some of my friends pulled up and I was like, thank God. And even they were like, oh, okay, like the vibe is a little different than like what we thought it was. But I do think, and if this brand, I'm like, if you guys recognize yourselves in this story, I'm like, if y'all sat down and kind of like curated it a little bit more, I think we would have really been onto something.
No, it was really like once I got comfortable and like recognized like what was happening and what was going down, I like totally was just like having a good time. I like met really slayed people.
Yeah. It was just giving girl jump scare. Like I literally thought I was gonna show up and drink sparkling water and like look at flyers and like hang out. And they were literally like, and what if everyone thought you were here to date them? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Which is already my worst nightmare, but like it was the jump scare of it all.
It was a jump scare of it all. All that to say, it's the end of the night. It's winding down. And we ended up staying till like the bitter end. Like we were there.
Because then the homies pulled up too and I was like, oh, now we're just keying. Like
the
it's
homies
cool.
pulled up
it's
and
cool.
I tell you like the most optimal people watching of your whole entire life.
Yeah, it was really fun in that way for sure.
That was the most fun people watching I've ever had in my whole entire life. We were like seeing people who like started the night single as a Pringle and then ended up like bait up, booed up, like on the couch, and I was like,
no, like a couple hours in, like literally it was giving like everybody was Love Island style, like in pairs on the couches, and I was like, bitch, work. And it was also cute because we got there so early that we really saw everyone's like origin story. Like,
yeah,
we were
like
oh
I was like
God.
watching bitches fall in love type shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God.
And I was like living for it. So anyways, all that to say, it's the bitter end of the night. We're like ready to like peace out, Girl Scout, like whatever. And as
before you even say this shit, let's back it up.
Oh, okay.
The beginning of the night, when we walk in, we see these two guys, because I know that's what you're talking about.
Twins.
Yeah, they had to be twins. Like they looked like literally identical. Like
they were even wearing like the same outfit.
Which was a marketing stunt, I guess. But like they were older. Yeah, they were wearing the same outfit. They were probably just like a little older than us, just for visual description. Like, and not too much on their physical appearance, but just know that they had to be like twins or something. They
literally
like,
looked like the Property Brothers.
And they look, yeah. So we see them at the beginning of the night because it's just giving, well, first of all, there's two of you, so okay. Second of all, like, they're just like stance and aura was
and this is like, to paint a picture, if you've seen Broad City, if you haven't, like, literally just skip to like the last end of this episode. You don't even like really need to understand what's happening. But pretty much in this, like the first episode of Broad City ever, they're trying to make enough money to go to this Lil Wayne concert. And so there's this guy on Craigslist and he's like, I will pay you $200 to clean my apartment in your underwear. And so they get to the apartment and he is like the creep, like he's like hiding behind the plants, like watching them, like stalking. Like that is the energy these two Property Brothers are giving.
No, literally, because we walk up, they were like at the bar and they like looked at us and I was like, okay. And they like walked away and I was like, oh, bitch, we're animals at the end of the day. Like it was just like a feeling, like it was instinctual and I was like, what's going on? So then we're like standing there, we're just like kind of like facing out like the bar and everything. And behind us, there's like where you take the photos, but like you don't stand or really key there, like whatever. So we're standing like facing the whole thing, and I was like, ugh. And I like turn around, and they're like standing behind us, like behind a tree, just like vaping and like looking at us,
like creeping, like moving.
And I was like,
they were like moving move leaf, like hiding behind the plant.
And so we were just know that was giving like, okay, clocked, like just like okay, we were like, okay. We saw you, we've seen you, we saw you, whatever. So now we get to the end of the night.
We get to the end of the night. It's the bitter end. And Maya and I are like, hee, that was crazy. And so as someone who's like on the offense when it comes to like girls needing help, especially when it comes to like, if I'm out and I get fucked up, I'm literally the girl. I like start yelling at men. Like
real.
I literally,
and that's how we met.
And I start, that's literally how we met. That's literally how Maya and I met. For quick lore, this is just the craziest story of like you can meet your soulmate in Los Angeles because Maya had like just moved to LA like 2 months ago. I was leaving in a Uber, like my Uber was going to be there in minutes, and Maya had just moved to LA, and her roommate randomly got invited to this birthday party for someone I've known for years. I'm leaving. Maya's downstairs with her best friend / roommate, Keelan, shout out.
Hi, Keelan.
And literally, I'm waiting for my Uber, and there is this man who's like trying to talk to Maya.
And she remembers this better than I do because I was
drunk. You were drunk because I'll never forget. Knowing Maya now, Maya and I are literally like, Like we just talk. And Maya was literally, when I first met her, she literally was just grinning and smiling at me. Like that's like literally, that's, I will never forget. Like the just nothing behind the eyes. Like,
no, like that was giving like just moved to LA, like Reddit Kesha style.
Yeah, like nothing behind the eyes, like TikTok on the clock. And I literally was like, I went up to her and I was like, oh my gosh, are you Filipino? Like half Filipino? And she was like, no, I'm half Japanese. And just smiled, grinned. And I like met Keelan, whatever, we were like king. There was this man who literally was trying to like knock on her door, and Maya literally was giving him the nothing behind the eyes.
Like I literally don't even really
grin.
remember him like that.
And I literally just remember saying so loud, like he could hear me, which is crazy.
Which
and
was
like,
crazy. Because that's when I said,
yeah, I just remember literally like he could hear me, but I was so fucked up too. I was literally so drunk. And I literally was like, you're not talking to him, right? What? No, that's like so inappropriate. That's so inappropriate. But I was like so serious, like because this guy was like had the creepiest, craziest vibe.
And then, I do remember he's like, he kind of was like not circling the block, but like I don't really remember him. I just remember that like I was gonna just like, okay, like okay, and then I was like, then I met you, and it was just like a whole thing.
But like I remember seeing him upstairs, and I'm like, now you're downstairs, and you're like talking to like. One of the like, yeah, I'm just like, and now you're talking to this like bad bitch on the corner, like Please. What? And so, anyways, we keyed, and then that's how we became best friends.
Yep, and the rest is history.
So, all that to say, when I get that dog in me, like I'm the girl who is like, do you need help? Yes or no? Is this man bothering you? Like, oh my gosh, hey girlfriend, like thank you for the lipstick wreck, like 911.
No, like
you
in
know
a
what
real
I mean?
way.
Like I'm ready to bounce, like step in, like you will not fuck with me type shit. This girl was at the bar and I see her and she was like, she looked like she was fucked
like,
up.
Like face like
her face was like eyes closed, like she looked fucked up. And these two property brothers had her cornered at the bar.
Like at the bar, and they were like making like a triangle, like
no one could come in.
You could only see her face.
You could only see her face. And I just saw her like move forward.
And she literally was like it looked like she was crying.
Yeah, like she looked like she was trying to get away. And so I was walking up to her, literally about to be like oh, hey, bro. And boy, was I wrong.
And we don't want to talk about Bruno.
And boy, was I wrong.
She was just fine.
Because she was just
fine. Because unbeknownst to us, she was not crying for help. She was getting finger blasted at the bar. She was getting finger blasted at the bar in front of everybody. And Dom literally goes, oh my God, sorry. He's walking. And I literally was like, when we got down, I was like, oh my God, like, was she okay? Like, she was crying.
No. Like, keep in mind, also, like, she was getting, like, finger fucking blasted. I literally was like, oh my God. Oh shit, my bad, like, whatever. Walked. I literally.
And honestly, the no-tone hat is killing me. And honestly, and when that shit took your wig off, I'm like, no, so real. And honestly,
because I'm like, the queen's been dethroned.
Okay. I'm like, and action.
Hold on.
The crown has been bestowed.
Hold on. I'm like, now that I got my fucking wig cap back on. Now that I got my fucking wig back on because my hat.
She was getting finger blasted at the club.
The way we just rooftops
because I just can't even believe. Like, and here's the tea too. She's getting finger blasted at the club. Say it one more time. Take a shot every time I said that because I just need y'all to hear me. I just need you to hear me. Okay. So obnoxiously too. And girl, if you're watching this, if for some reason you see this, I just want to let you know. I'm like this. I'm standing up in solidarity with you because that was the most indie sleaze shit I've ever seen in my whole life.
That shit was Skins episode.
That was a Skins episode. The two property and then after, oh my God, and then after that we leave. Mama, they come downstairs together. They didn't leave together though, didn't they?
They did.
No.
They did. They literally left in all the same car together.
Okay, guys, and here's the thing. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a sex positive girly, like, you know, okay, to be fair, that situation did have me a little bit like y'all. Like, I literally pulled my hoodie off and I had the Karen cut, and I was like, tell these people that they cannot be doing this in public. Like, that's crazy as fuck.
Dude, because here's the thing. They were doing it at the bar where people order fucking drinks.
And oh my God.
Second, I walk away. Rewind the tape. I realize this bitch is getting finger blasted at the club. And so I walk off and I literally stop. Oh my God, bro. I literally. Hold on. Bro, this shit's so fucked up, dog. Like, for real.
I was like literally crying. We're like, yeah, so that was your advertising.
I swear to God. This is crazy shit.
No, it was genuinely insane.
It was one of those moments where like, this is why I need a podcast. Okay.
No.
Okay. So I walk up and I realize, oh my God, like that's what's happening there. I turn to Maya and I'm like, Maya, that girl is getting fucking fingered right now. She's getting fucking finger blasted. And Maya's like, no, she's not. And I'm like, no. Maya, like, look, dude, he's fucking going. One brother is going in on her. The other
going in.
The other property brother is moving her hair out of her.
Oh my God, ew, I forgot about that.
He was literally moving her hair out her face, like saying some crazy shit in her ear. Like only Satan knows, because God had to mute that shit. God had to fucking turn his back on that shit because it was somehow. Oh my God! And it was so vile. It was so vile and so foul that only Satan knows what they fucking said, because God had to turn his back on his fucking creation when he saw that shit, bro. He literally
moving the hair out the face is. And so for that...
Anyways, that's the story behind that fucking photo.
And this was us knowing what was about to go down with the get down.
Pre-finger.
I was like that really did before and after my shit. Like, there was before I watched her get fingered and there was after I watched her get fingered. And no. Well, and how much shit can we really talk when we got the Jacob Elordi bathwater sitting here burning?
Because here's what the podcast is about
and now we're going to have to squeeze it into the last 10. I'm like, sorry, guys. Today, we would simply like to bestow upon you some of our draft AMC picks of movies of 2023.
Thank you.
In a real way.
Starting
off the strongest. Honestly, probably my favorite movie of not only the year, but genuinely like the last couple years.
For sure.
Saltburn.
And that is why when that nigga that man was drinking Jacob Elordi's that's because when that man was drinking Jacob Elordi's bathwater, I didn't even flinch because I just talked.
and let me take it from here.
I just told y'all about I got a war in my mind. Like, I experienced some fucking BDSM.
That was Saltburn down.
That event was literally Saltburn
That was Saltburn coded. And honestly, I'm sorry, Saltburn just genuinely... This is what I'll say about Saltburn. Some of y'all want to say you're indie sleaze, okay? Some of y'all want to sit here and lie to my face and tell me, yeah, you know, I'm sick for the brand. I'm crazy. I'll be, But then when Saltburn came out, all of a sudden everybody's, whoa, too much. Like, that was traumatizing.
Dirty, sick. Okay.
Because some of us were sat up in the theater like,
cinema, baby.
Like, I was sitting in my shit, Regina George style, like everything going around. I was like, and let them know. Go ahead and spread the gospel. Go ahead and spread the gospel.
Go ahead and spread the gospel. Like, people were literally like sick to their stomachs that he was a vampire.
In that scene, and this is how I know y'all weren't really brought up like 1D, Wattpad, Tumblr. Like, I literally could tell right off the bat which one of y'all had a Tumblr profile, were on master lists, y'all know, trigger word, back in the day, like literally like reblogging like cigarette smoking in black and white and also like reading hairy like fanfics, because the vampire scene should have been what had y'all the most shook. Y'all were talking about the bathtub water. Ugh, snore, we're in a drought, girl. Like, okay, sorry, we're drinking bath water these days. What can we do? The vampire scene had my timbers shivering. Shivering.
I had my timbers sat up straight.
No, I literally was like... like, when that scene happened, I was like, oh, so we're really about to get to it.
Yeah,
we're
like
really about to
fingers
get
in
into
her
it.
mouth, fingers in her mouth, fingers in his mouth,
And
fingers
fair,
in fingers everywhere.
Whoever wrote those lines, I mean, a little chuggy. I'm a vampire. I would have been like,
fuck it.
I would have had to be weak. I would have had to be weak. But
And in the moment, I would have been weak too.
I would have been mute.
I would have been mad.
I would have been like,
girl.
Anyway, girl. Saltburn, absolutely beautiful, stunning film. Genuinely, like, my only 5-star film I've seen in so long. But that it was targeted. It was targeted.
It was targeted.
It was for the girlies who like it a little twisted, a little sick.
A little sick.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
little sick.
But I mean, like I said last episode, blood jewelry, mama. Like,
Thank you.
I'm like, some of y'all would get blood rings and some of y'all wouldn't. And some of y'all say you would. And some of y'all say you would, but you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Saltburn
and
for me.
Some of y'all think y'all man would.
And some of y'all man would. And I'm sorry, it was gorged down. The commentary was everything. Like, I just like, cinema is back.
Baby.
This year, cinema was back. What was your favorite movie of last year, do you think?
Was Poor Things this year or last year? Last year, right?
Yeah, we'll count that as 2023. Or no, this year? No, last year.
Last year.
Late last year.
Poor Things.
Yeah.
I just rewatched that shit.
Right.
So good.
It was spectacular.
So good. And Mark Ruffalo's character.
Yeah.
Him ending up in the asylum.
No, they really had something to say. Like, you could tell that they definitely were in the stew. Like,
yeah.
Do you guys mind if we crack your shit open real quick? I'm like, I guess not.
Obviously Barbie, like, hello.
Barbie.
Cinema's back, baby.
Cinema really was back. Like, Barbie, genuinely.
I was sad.
Yeah, I was sad. Like, I honestly, that shit, like, oh my gosh, like, here she goes. Like, the brain is really popping off. But I'm like, Barbie specifically, like, dead ass. I'm being so dead ass serious right now. And also, this is coming off of the back of, like, America's, like, did you see her speech that she did? Everything. She's everything to me. But Barbie, genuinely, like, there was before Barbie and there was after Barbie. Like, I'm not even trying to be like, nah, like, Barbie was cute, but, like, no, there was a before Barbie and there was an after, because genuinely, when I tell you, I was sat in that theater, like, literally, like, exercising demons.
Oh, I was sat in that theater, like, I got a war in my mind.
I got a war in my mind.
I got a war in my mind because
in a real way,
I was literally like, no one touched me.
No, I literally walked out that bitch like, and if you're a man, go ahead and lower your voice for me.
Lower it.
And honestly, you know, the problem is with the patriarchy. Like, when men be blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, girl, and at the end of the day, we're trying to hate what's creating you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no TA. Y'all victims too, really. Like, because y'all be literally, like, running your shit awky as fuck because you didn't get to grow up and play doll. Like, I don't know. Like, it really is like that. And, like, the tea is, I'm like, half the time when I'm talking about men, like, I'm not even really talking about y'all like that. But it really is giving, like, the patriarchy done a number on y'all. But at this point, either release yourself
from the shackles,
don't. And if you don't, I'm gonna have to talk shit. But, like, Barbie really had, like, after Barbie, I'm like, if you're a woman, don't apologize. Don't apologize to me. I don't want to hear no, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm in your way. Girl, why are you sorry?
Yeah.
Barbies should never apologize.
Barbie should never
apologize. Should Barbie speak? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out at 11. But I'm serious. Like, that was one of the most kind of, like, I don't know, for me in my house, like, one of the most visceral experiences I've had, like, watching a movie and, like, feeling represented in a way that was, like, you know, obviously there's a lot of intersections to the shit, et cetera, but, like, just, like, off bat as, like, a woman, America's speech alone, I literally didn't even know I felt like that until she said it, and I was like,
her monologue was, like, just so everything.
It cleared. And whoever wrote that, I'm like, and I hope y'all pillow code. I'll come over and literally, fan that shit off before you sleep. I'm like, do you need anything? Like, fluffing your pillows and shit. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, because that shit was so slayed. Also, Trolls 3.
I knew you were gonna say Trolls, and I didn't see it.
Go ahead. And here's the thing about me. I really entered my heal your inner child era last year.
Absolutely.
Like if you like are around my house these days, I have like the cutest possible shit you will ever find on like God's green earth.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let's not be so for real. Let's get some childlike cute shit up in this house.
Thank you.
And let's just be cute for a second because like no one wants to be cute anymore. And so me and Trolls, if you've never seen the Trolls movie, like you are so fucking blessed and lucky because you have the opportunity to literally watch one of the best animated fucking franchises ever created.
I hear that all the time.
All ages. The music, the story, the camaraderie, like you literally watch that shit and become a fucking better person, like dead ass. Like,
and I need to tap in. I'm
so serious because everyone's like, that's for kids, that's kids. No, that like some of y'all bitter ass hookers need to be watching Trolls. Because I'm so serious because y'all would literally treat your like you'd be treating your neighbors so much better because I literally watch that shit and I'm like, wow. Like, they were up in DreamWorks fucking
cooking.
They were cooking, bitch.
And seasoning.
They were coming up with dreams. But they were dream working, mama, in DreamWorks. Like, they were working up some dreams, bitch, when they were making Trolls. Trolls 3, and every time you watch it, you are like, you guys cannot get better. You guys cannot get better because this is peak cinema. This is peak cinema.
Exactly.
And you cannot get better than what you just gave us.
Hold on.
They gave us boy bands. They gave us boy
I wanted to see
bands.
the new one. I wanted to see the new one and I didn't.
They gave us boy bands in Trolls 3. And for that, enough.
I'm going to have to go back in the archives and watch. Because like, everybody likes Trolls. Like,
if you're a stan, if you're like a girl stan, like if you grew up in like stan era when we were like standing any nigga with like a fucking, you know, like a little swoop in his shit, a little swoop in his bang, a little bang, a little tremor in his throat. Yeah, then you finna watch that shit and literally be like, period, because I was a fangirl.
Wait, that was me.
Yeah, it's literally
that was me.
It's literally so good. I like forced people to watch it,
and I needed it to happen. I really wanted to. But I have no hate against Trolls. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
No, it's like literally the most wholesome, happy pappy.
And
like,
we need that
serotonin shit because I'm like, yeah, everyone be like hella fucking for real, and I'm like, that's slayed and important and thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But like
at times
where I'm like, shit,
bring back fun. Like, let's have some fun, girl.
Bring back fun. Normalize bring back fun. AKA
and childlike whimsy. Honestly, childlike whimsy is everything. In forever. I'm accepting. No, I'm in my like accepting it era. Like, I think I've always been somebody who's like giving a little whimsical, like, you know me. Like, I be having my shit that I'm like work because everything else is gonna be whatever anyways. I will say, I just, as you were saying that, childlike whimsy, I just have to tap in and I have to give my sincerest thank you and grace to my girl Hallie.
Yeah.
And the Little Merm.
And the Little Merm.
And the Little Mermaid. Because that movie, again, this year was full of cinema hits, and it was full of straight up generational, like, it was giving representation down in a way that like I didn't even know I needed, because the Little Mermaid, as the girl, and listen, I got a special power that I'm not afraid to lose, H2O style. As a little girl who literally grew up watching H2O just add water in my bathroom, like doing spells, like literally my mom made me a mermaid tail and shit. Like, I literally was sat like, you stupid bitch, I should audition. Like, I was like, honestly, I could have auditioned. The way that they cleared with that movie.
They tore y'all up, down.
And they had bitches sick, which is I'm leaving that this sacred being space of just being like slay happy serotonin. But like the way she cleared, the way when I first heard her sing Part of Your World, and I literally was sat in that theater bawling my eyes out. The voice of a siren.
Yeah, y'all don't want to talk about the voice of a siren because half y'all niggas would have been walking overboard. Like,
y'all would have been listening.
y'all would have
like,
literally been
y'all-
listening to that siren.
Y'all would have been in
like-
Davy Jones, like,
like,
with her shit on your Spotify raps. Like,
hella calling you out to sea. Like,
and they ate and her man were bad. Hey.
and her man were bad.
And I mean, to be fair, I am part of the black hair brigade. Like, if you have black hair, like, honestly, I'd probably do a flip. I'll be
Dude,
real.
no. Her man was bad. And the sickest part was like, if I was his girl, because you know he got bae. He got bae.
Oh, IRL?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't even know. I didn't
Don't
even
let
look.
me watch that. And that is honestly why I don't know if I'm strong. That's why I'm not strong enough to date like the bad one, number one bombastic, like boomba clap, like fucking bad to the bone ass boys.
Yeah.
Because like the number one heartthrob, like whatever. Because if I see him curse, like kiss another lady, and they like fall in love, and they're like blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, I'm a great actor. Well, you sold me, bitch. Like, you sold it to me, bitch. Like,
Sold it.
I would have literally been with my feelings hurt, like arms crossed for real. So,
I mean, oh God, and I don't even know. I don't even know if we have time to really get into that. I'm like, write that one down because I'm like, the bad thing to like success to like single pipeline.
Jeremy Allen White, Dominic Fike, Jeremy Allen White.
Like, that's the shit of horror
I'm
stories.
like, Jeremy Allen White, Jeremy.
That's
Allen
the shit
White,
of horror
Jeremy Allen
stories.
White.
Is that really what happened?
Are you joking? Of course.
Oh.
Lip Gallagher, if you watch Shameless, then you
Wow.
motherfucking know.
Oh yeah, he's from Shame. That and okay. And guys, you know what? We gonna have to. Unfortunately, we gonna have to wrap this up. But I've never seen Shameless either.
Maya.
I know.
And we're gonna have to start you, bro.
Shameless and Skins.
You're so lucky to be like you are like the luckiest. All I'm gonna say when I leave you is you are literally the luckiest girl in the whole entire fucking world. Because what I would do to have never seen Shameless, to have never seen Skins, but to watch Skins as an adult,
I have an opportunity here.
you've never seen Trolls, you are so blessed.
I know, and the indie sleaze in me is like, girl, like you've never seen Skins. I'm like, I know.
Okay, well.
To be fair, I'm giving indie Emar probably more because I'm like, sorry guys, like I don't know, I can
Yeah.
name 5 songs,
I can name 5 songs too.
but we all got the same panel. I got the
Yeah.
indie sleaze panel, so I'm like, well, sorry.
Thank you, Pant.
Anyway, y'all, and that is, I mean, that concludes our like AMC Wrapped. I guess those are the ones that are going to get mentioned. A draft pick before we go. Wonka, and I'll say it again.
Oh. Noodle.
I'm sorry they cooked.
They cooked.
They
and
created.
They created.
Sorry, something
noodle,
sweet.
Doodle boodle.
Honorable mention.
Honorable
Anyways,
mention. Wonkar. Okay. Well, you guys.
thank you for once again showing up and keying with us. We appreciate it deeply. God damn, episode 2, like, okay.
Thank you.
Here we
We had
are.
shit to talk about.
No,
this
I'm
episode.
like, and this is why
we have a podcast.
Yeah,
Thank
this is
you.
why, honestly, y'all shouldn't have gave us the mic because I'm like, and did you hear about
And did you hear about?
And
that
did
time
you also
that,
hear about
like
So-
hella pulling from the archives.
But thanks for
The
joining
way
us
this
for
just gets lower and lower.
Period. Guys, thanks for joining us. We are genuinely, eternally grateful for anyone listening and chilling and king with us. And I hope that we could take your mind off of things for an hour and plug into Girl World and, and nevertheless we persist. You know what I'm saying?
And nevertheless, she persisted.
yeah.
Her
honored to be here, man.
story.
Her story. Thank
Thank you.
And we'll be back again next week with another Epiona. So we'll see you guys then, and thank you. And where can they find you? Where can the kids find you? I'm getting better at
You
this.
guys can find us on social media. You can find me on Instagram at Dom Roberts. Instead of an E, it's an X. And you can find me on TikTok at Dom, not 18 Mom.
Work. And you can find me on Instagram at Mayamoto with an underscore at the end. And you can find our podcast.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, on Instagram at Upstairs Neighbors Pod and TikTok at Upstairs Neighbors Pod. And if that's not the username, then I'll put it on the screen right now. We'll change it.
We'll have it in the description.
Yeah, we'll have it figured out.
But
We need to
follow
start a
us
Tiki.
on the pod IG and
on the
TikTok.
podgram. On the podgram.
on the gram and the TikTok, so you can stay up to date, and we'll be posting funny ass shit on there.
We'll probably just be shit posting, but what can you do? We're just two girls.
Thank you.
Sorry. But anyways, yeah. Thanks guys for joining us. We love you so much, and we will see you next week. And I hope everyone has an amazing week.